in this chakra talk, I want to discuss the throat chakra, which governs communication and expression, and how we receive communication and expressions from others and from the environment around us. So learning how energy is filtered through our chakras can really help us to determine what's going on, what the truth is, and how we can make the best decisions based on what we're experiencing and filtering through our thought process. So, for example, if you're speaking to someone, it's important to notice how you are taking in their information. So where is it landing in your body? Are you starting to get uptight? Are you starting to have some type of emotional reaction? Is your mind starting to wander? Are you visualizing something while they're talking? And probably one of the most important things to notice when someone else is communicating is, what are they not saying? I've noticed there's the tendency to offer a general overview of an event. And even when asked specifically, well, what did this person say? The person telling the story either can't remember or is unable to give specifics. Whatever was being communicated or expressed created such an emotion, their intuition was clouded and even blocked. So they couldn't remember the specifics of the situation, of exactly what was said, so that they had an understanding of why they ended up feeling that way. This is an important thing to understand, because this is how people work when they are trying to manipulate you or gaslight you. They are omitting certain pieces of information or give you sort of a half-truth. So now you're a little confused. Something doesn't sound right. Or sometimes it's said with a certain tone of voice, or in a certain environment, or said with certain physical movements that are incongruent with the meaning of what is being said. So in this sense, how you take in this communication is very important. You've got to stay clear-headed and grounded and in the moment so that your intuition, in the third eye, can do its work to discern an expression that you're taking in. So sometimes when we take in communications, our mind will start spinning, and sometimes our mind will fill in the blanks. Yet because we've filled in the blanks or perhaps allowed our thought process to become overwhelmed, we're now distracted or emotionally overwhelmed. Either way, we're not fully in the moment and we're not taking in as much of the actual situation as possible. Which means you're not going to be able to determine and discern what the actual truth is. You may not always know the answer, but at least you'll be able to detect when something sounds off, it feels off, something's not adding up. And in today's world, this is a skill that we need to develop to the highest degree. This is why it's so important to stay present when someone is communicating to you, and that's not just face-to-face, but through audio and video, which so many millions of us consume daily. So I hope that gives you something to consider. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a very prosperous day.